years, this tiny drop of an island in the Indian Ocean has remained mostly a mystery. Years of political conflict have prevented travelers from fully experiencing its wonders. But its long history of trade with great civilizations has given it the name Serendip, from which the word serendipity came from. Known until recent decades as Ceylon, it has given the world a taste of the yield of its land. In this adventure, we discovered the vibrant culture of the venerable island Sri Lanka. Like many great adventures, this story began with the arrival of an aircraft. The Embraer Legacy 500 has just landed in Manila, and I hosted its arrival in the hangar. Embraer pilot Jason McCann showed me the cockpit, and practically all the information a pilot needs is just a mouse click away. From aircraft engine and systems, navigation, and airport data. Its advanced fly-by-wire technology and auto-throttle make life so much easier and safer for the pilot. I was very impressed by the aircraft's cutting-edge technology, but the real test is challenging its range of more than 3,000 nautical miles at a speed of Mach 0.8. Before the aircraft returned to Europe, I was lucky enough to be offered a seat on board any destination from Manila within the aircraft's range. Studying my options, I felt that it was about time that I take a trip to Sri Lanka, a place that has always piqued my curiosity but had never had the chance to visit. So together with Manfred and Nilma of Embraer, it was roughly a 5-hour flight to Negombo. As luck would have it, I didn't have to sit on the controls, but instead experience the luxury of being a passenger.
You can see inside it's quite a comfortable aeroplane. We've got plenty of space. This being a mid-size aircraft, you don't normally get the 6-foot stand-up headroom.
With a galley that can serve hot meals, very quiet cabin, and great company, it was easily a very enjoyable flight. After the meal, I even had time to take a quick nap with my seat fully reclined to make a proper bed. I felt kind of guilty sleeping peacefully as the boys did all the work of landing the aircraft. Saying goodbye to Nilma and Manfred, I went on to explore Sri Lanka. We landed in Negombo, a beachside city. Negombo was once the central trading hub during the Portuguese and then the Dutch era because of its accessibility to the Indian Ocean. Negombo's shallow lagoons provide safe shelter for seafaring vessels, thus establishing its importance as a key trading port. Catholic images are seen all over Negombo, a lingering influence of the Portuguese. Aside from trade, it is also part of Sri Lanka's big seafood industry. Today, the fish market is still busy with catch from both the sea and the lagoon. Fish are hauled from the sea, while crabs are caught from the lagoons. There's plenty of fish to go around for everyone, even for these egrets waiting for their portion of the day's catch. Surrounded by water, Sri Lanka's history of trade stretches back to ancient times, with spices, pearls and gems being traded with the Greek and Arab kingdoms. One of its greatest treasures was a plant growing in its fertile shores, cinnamon. The precious spice is obtained by Arab middlemen from Ceylon, present-day Sri Lanka. Its variety of uses and the difficulty of shipping increased its value, that it was almost more precious than gold.
Cinnamon is endemic here in Sri Lanka.
Yeah, it is in more plantation. Cinnamon is in a very famous in Sri Lanka. The real cinnamon color, only the Sri Lanka one.
What about the cinnamon tree? How long before it starts bearing?
It's something about 5-6 years you can get it.
You can get it.
You get it something. It's in a cinnamon tree. The bunch it is in a bush type, no?
Yeah.
Cinnamon leaves are dried and boiled to extract cinnamon oil, while its stems are peeled to get to the inner bark, which is turned into cinnamon powder. As the demand for the spice in Europe grew, expeditions were made to find its source. As a result, seas were charted, countries were invaded, and the rest is world history as we know it. Up next, we learn more about Sri Lanka's deep faith and travel back to the time of kings.